Day 16. Cultivate happiness. Master life. If delusion is understood as a misconception, we must understand delusion as follows. At the negative amplitude of delusion is foolishness. At the positive amplitude of delusion is clarity. Arrogance is understood as superiority, but we must understand the nature of arrogance. At the negative amplitude of arrogance is inferiority. At the positive amplitude of arrogance is pride. Skepticism is understood as suspicion, but we must understand the nature of skepticism. At the negative amplitude of skepticism is doubt. At the positive amplitude of skepticism is trust. Evil is understood as brutality, but we must understand the nature of evil. At the negative amplitude of evil is cruelty. At the positive amplitude of evil is benevolence. Bias is understood as prejudice, but we must understand the nature of bias. At the negative amplitude of bias is stubbornness. At the positive amplitude of bias is acceptance. The complexity of greed and imagination are the focus of human nature. Different levels of prosperity, beauty, fame, eating, and resting determine a person's character. For example, a person who craves and perceives prosperity in a positive direction can be understood as someone who wants money to help others. So it can be said that such a person is generous with money and possessions. Craving for prosperity in a negative direction is the desire to have money only for oneself. And it can be said that such a person is greedy for money and possessions. A person who craves and perceives beauty in a positive direction, simply put, hopes to enhance the beauty of others, while those who crave beauty in a negative direction only beautify themselves. A person who craves and perceives fame in a positive direction, simply put, will help others gain fame, while those who crave fame in a negative direction will only pursue how to gain fame for themselves. A person who craves and perceives eating in a positive direction, simply put, has a desire to provide delicious food to others, while those who crave food in a negative direction will only pursue how to get delicious food for themselves. A person who craves and perceives resting in a positive direction, simply put, has a desire to help others rest well, while those who crave in a negative direction will only pursue how to get good rest for themselves.